to my channel. So here I'm at my local grocery store and I could not resist these beautiful mums. Look at the color. It's like this beautiful orange burgundy two-tone color, which I just couldn't resist. So many pumpkins are out here and I am really slowly starting to accept that it's fall and really loving all the colors of the mums and the pumpkins. And I picked up this little pot of mums to add to my front yard and my porch, so I'm really excited. Here it is. Look at all these fall colors. What a pretty sight. I love it. Look at these colors. So amazing. Adding to the fall theme, I know this is not plant related, but I love a pumpkin spice latte this time of the year. So as I left the store looking at the mums and picking up the mum, I really was craving a pumpkin spice latte. So cheers to this. I am excited for fall and I kind of wanted to share with you that it's sometimes when you are thinking about plants, it's also nice to have this happy me time which gardening brings to you, and I love sharing it with some good coffee. So I'm going to enjoy my pumpkin spice latte and show you how I'm going to place the mum on my porch. So here are the mums that I brought home, and I decided to put these in the ground over here because I want to see if I can get them to establish in the ground and overwinter and come back next year. So that's the idea. I want to put these in the ground and try it out. I've heard that they can overwinter, but they need to be planted really early so they can establish their roots. It's already early October, so I'm not really sure if I have enough time, but I'm thinking instead of leaving them in a planter, I'm going to see if I'm going to put these in the ground and see if they can overwinter. I really love this color, the two-tone red and orange. I think it looks really pretty, and I think in this bed it's going to look really nice with the coneflowers and the hydrangeas, and just the colors are just really pretty and fall-like. So I think I'm going to put this one in the ground as a test to see if this is going to come back, and I'll show you the process. So here it is. So here it is. I've dug a hole to put the mum in this hole, and this is just an experiment for me to see if this mum is going to come back next year. I'm going to put it in this hole and show you what this looks like when it's all planted. And I think I'm also going to put a lot of mulch around this mum. So whenever you're planting mums, it's a good idea to kind of loosen out all the roots. Really loosen up the roots so that they have a chance to catch on to the new soil and grow. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to like loosen out all the roots here and make sure that the soil is extremely loose before I put it in the planting hole. So just make sure you're loosening out all of these roots and putting them in the ground. So I'm going to try this and see if these mums are going to come back next year. It'll be really exciting to see if they do come back next year. So yeah, so I've loosened the soil, and let's see if I can do this with one of my hands, and put this in this hole, place it, see how I like it. I think it looks really pretty here, so I'm going to fill it up with soil and put lots and lots of mulch around this mum. So here it is. The fall mum, garden mum, or hardy mum is in the ground, and I think it looks really nice here. I love all the colors with the rest of this flower bed with the hydrangeas and the coneflowers, and I think even if it doesn't come back next year, I think for this year it still looks really nice, and I think it's going to bloom for a long time till we hit a really hard freeze. So I think it's a good spot to enjoy it in the garden right up front. And what I did was I packed a lot of soil around this mum to insulate it, and also I'm going to put a lot of mulch around this plant just so that it has a lot of insulation for the winter, so that I give it a fighting chance to survive. So the main thing with the mum is, if it was going to survive, is that it establishes a strong root system. Now I don't have any product to stimulate roots, so I'm not going to add that to the soil. So I'm just hoping that it has a few weeks to kind of settle in and establish, and it still has a lot of buds to open. So in the very least, I will enjoy it in this garden up front. You know, I didn't plan on making a fall planter, so I think this is a good alternative. I was at the grocery store the other day and I saw this plant, and I really fell in love with the colors of this plant. It just reminded me so much of fall. So I think it's just going to be a great plant overall, either to enjoy this year and to also experiment to see if it's going to come back next year. So if next year, I'm just not going to cut this back in the winter, I will just let it be. And then next year, if I do see new shoots from the base of it, which means it would have survived the winter, and then I can expect to have this plant next year as well. So we'll see. It's an experiment. If not, I will probably use this spot to plant mums every year, because I think it's a nice spot to kind of enjoy it as a walkway plant in the fall, and because it mounds into this big splash of color, it's quite an impact all on its own. So thanks so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more updates.